Hey everyone, welcome to the 2019 Dallas International Film Festival, and with me today is
Alex Chi, producer of Miss Purple.
Alex. What excites you about screening Miss Purple in Dallas?
Oh, I mean, just the ability to come back home to Dallas is, always very exciting for me. Coming 2 years ago with Gook was such a great experience, having all my friends and family come, and then, doing it again was a no-brainer. I saw James at Sundance, and after he told me how much he loved the film, I was like, yeah, we'll make it happen in Dallas for sure. So,
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So can you tell us your journey? You're from Texas, and then you went to Harvard. What'd you major in at Harvard, and how'd you transition to being a storyteller?
I was an economics major at Harvard, so definitely not really film related. But then, good thing about our curriculum was, you could take all these different electives. So I took some film classes just, for fun, because I've always been passionate about film and TV. And then they ended up just being my favorite classes, the ones that I really enjoyed going to. And then one of my professors there, she was the one that really, was like, you could actually do this for a career. It was already too late to change my major because it was my junior year when this happened. But yeah, I mean, I just caught that bug, and then I actually moved back to Dallas after graduation. And I, got my first kind of commercial production job here before moving out to LA. And then, just from then on, started a production company there, and then met Justin a few years back, and and then we've just been grinding ever since. So.
How did you earn your family's blessing on your route?
I would say my family I got my blessing probably when I showed Gook at Dallas Film Festival. So it was a while. They they're always supportive, but sending me to like Harvard and expecting me to do something different with my life, they were not really confused by the decision. They just didn't understand it because they don't understand the film industry. They don't understand how jobs and making movies equates to like making a living and stuff. So being able to come back home and for them experiencing not even just a screening of it, but doing the Q&A, the whole atmosphere of being a filmmaker. Like once they got to experience that at the Dallas Film Festival 2 years ago, they were like, okay, we understand what you're doing, we support you, and just keep on doing it. So. Yeah.
And how does your partnership with Justin work? Like, how do you complement each other?
So, I mean, I say, like, I work pretty hard. Justin is one of the few that works a lot harder than me in terms of just his work ethic is very complimentary to me. That's when we first met, we were both working on a movie in India, and we were kind of not frustrated, but we were talking about how he wanted to write and direct his own stuff, and I wanted to end up producing my own stuff. And then for us, it was just it wasn't kind of an impatience, it was like an urgency to tell these stories. So then when he told me about Gook, I was like, well, this is amazing, let's start this. And then after that, we just were like, we got to keep the momentum up, we can't wait. That's the one thing about film industry is like films can just get backlogged, they can get delayed for unknown reasons. So that's why me and Justin were like, we'll do it for whatever budget we have to, but we're not going to let those kind of issues delay us, especially for these smaller budget indie films. So.
And when I looked at the wedding scene in Miss Purple, that was an actual wedding. How did you get the logistics and the buy-in to pull that off?
Yeah, that was a tough one. It was actually our friend Jin Lee's wedding, who's actually an executive producer on Gook. He was getting married at a great venue in Laguna Beach. And then we're like, well, our movie starts with a wedding scene, or like there's a big wedding aspect to it. And we went very, very skeleton crew. It was like, me, Justin, obviously Tiffany, and then Auntie, and then, obviously sound guy and stuff. So we had a very, very minimal crew, and they were very gracious to let us shoot the ceremony and shoot the reception and stuff. But yeah, that was difficult. I think we used maybe like 5% of what we actually shot, because a lot of it was very tough getting the, not having control of locations is one of the most difficult part about being an indie film producer. A lot of our locations we didn't have like full control of it, so that was tough. Actually, my little sister got married the weekend before, so if it logistically didn't work out here, we were like, let's just fly to Austin and let's use her wedding. But ended up working out.
So you had a backup plan.
Yeah.
Then how about the quinceanera? Was that real or is that?
So the
staged?
quinceanera, we actually shot that in my backyard. Yeah, so we were going to all these different venues trying to find like a legit quinceanera feel. But that's not cheap. Those venues are also very expensive to like host big parties like that. And then we had an amazing production designer named Bo Kyung Shin, and she just made it look amazing. Like they were, at my place 2 weeks before, trying to figure out how to, all the decorations and everything they needed to make it feel legitimate and make it feel like an actual quinceanera was happening. So yeah.
In addition to that, what other cost saving or special techniques you had to pull off that you're really proud of? If you had to make like a producer's handbook that you would cite.
Cost saving techniques? I would say, especially indie filmmaking, it's, you should always be prepared. Like, right. Obviously you need permits for everything. That's an important part, but realistically, to shoot a movie like ours, it's we just can't afford that permits for everything, especially for all the shots that we're trying to do. So it's, be prepared, but also for us, our mindset was, okay, let's try to shoot this. If we get in trouble or something happens, yeah, we can go back, get the right permits. Like we obviously had like the grid permit and everything that we needed, but it's just for us, it's let's shoot it first, and then if we need to apologize, we need to fix it, then we'll figure it out afterwards. But let's just go out and just do it and just make it happen. So that's kind of me and Justin's mindset throughout Gook and then throughout this film as well, is just going out there and trying to shoot what we need to do. So.
And you have a very talented cast. How did you find the talent that you had?
So we actually found Tiffany through like on Facebook. So it's the role that we were looking for. We just me and Justin, Judge especially, has a lot of like actors friends, but we just couldn't like picture someone that's similar. So we wanted to find someone up and coming, especially with Gook, with Simone and David So. Like they were both first time film actors, and this one as well, we wanted to find someone that was new and fresh and kickstart there. So I actually went to K-Town. I like put flyers on like all the girls' bathrooms and stuff, and then we posted on Facebook. We posted on like reached out to all our friends to like do like some sort of casting call. And then Tiffany was one of the ones that answered to the Facebook ad, and she came, and we knew she had the right look, the right sensibility to play this part. And obviously those who have seen it, she does amazing. Teddy, we found him through filmmaker Andrew On that did a Spawn Night. Justin reached out to him to be like, okay, like what are the actors we're looking at for the Spawn Night part. And then Teddy as well was, someone that once we saw him, we're like, okay, he's the right person for this job. And then, everyone else is just, active friends of ours. Octavio, who's great in the film as well. Ronnie, it was actually his first movie too.
Oh.
He was a friend of Justin's. And then,
he did a good job.
Yeah, and then the dad, James Kang, we actually reached out to a theater company in K-Town, they sent over some amazing people that were part of the film, because it's a little bit more difficult to cast older generation Asian Americans.
Why is that?
In terms of there just aren't as many. And then this theater company, Ezekiel Theater Company. They were great, and they were very welcoming to let us have like a bunch of their people come audition and stuff too. So yeah.
So when you look back at this completed project, from your opinion, perspective, how close does the final project match what you had in your mind?
Pretty close. Obviously, a lot of the movie was not fixed. A lot of the movie was figured out in post-production. Like when I first read the script, and what drew me to the story was just a sibling relationship. The sibling dynamic. I have a little sister. Justin has a little sister. So before we actually had a script, like we knew what the story was going to be. Once we actually had the characters, that's when we're going to actually make a whole put the script out. So then a lot of it was through their rehearsals beforehand. But a story like this is a lot different from Gook, where it was a lot similar to what the script was. A lot of this story is it's a quieter movie. It's a lot more solemn. It's a lot more based on the reactions with one another. Music plays a huge role in this. So not only did the movie change in post, but it just got elevated through the music. So that was a big part of what makes this film successful. So yeah, I would say a lot of it was changed during that post-production phase, adding the music, adding getting the right editing techniques to like accurately portray not only Teddy but also Tiffany's like emotional state at that time. So yeah.
And congratulations on almost doubling your Kickstarter goal.
Oh yeah, we were. I mean, it's one of those things where like we're just very like fortunate to be doing what we're doing at this time. With the whole Asian movement and stuff, a lot of people are like supporting what we're doing, and that's been the most rewarding part of this is that everyone is tells us to keep, even though it's very difficult to make these films. That they're so supportive and they want to help, like no matter like whatever way that they can. So that's been really, really great to see the past couple of years. So
well done.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, Justin, would you please tell our viewers
Alex,
website?
it's okay.
Sorry.
No worries. We get confused a lot. So yeah, no worries.
Yeah, sorry. I haven't watched the film.
No, you're good.
So lastly, Alex, would you please tell our viewers at home what websites, social media handles you'd like them to follow?
Yeah, so you can follow all Miss Purple stuff at Miss Purple Film on Instagram and Twitter. We gotta start using Twitter some more, and then on Facebook as well at Miss Purple Film. So.